So salt water versus chlorine, we got to ask that question a lot. We have a great alternative to that. It's the same silky feel that you get with salt, but it's not nearly as corrosive. We use our sanitizer we use is a Nature 2. It uses copper and mineral copper and silver as the mineral to go to chlorine. And a lot of people don't understand, but you're using some type of mineral to go to chlorine. Like if we're going to put salt in the pool, you're going to have a salt chlorinator. They're going to run the water through a salt chlorinator, which is going to turn that salt to chlorine. And it's the same thing with the copper. So we have copper and silver. We're basically converting those two minerals to chlorine. Chlorine is the end chemical that we're using. It's just a matter of what mineral we're using to get there. Salt's really corrosive on pool decks, especially concrete, and they're also really corrosive on auto covers. Auto covers have some metal rails that we actually run the track in, so it's really pretty hard on those. So we recommend the Nature 2 system. Again, it gives you the same salt or the same silky soft feel that salt does. It's just not nearly as corrosive. So if you're using if you're going to use other options like salt and convert to chlorine, or you're going to use Nature 2 and use copper and silver to go to chlorine, it's a little softer. There's a process that happens to make it not so harsh. Like, if you're in a chlorine pool, and it's just kind of feels like it drying your skin out, or you get out, you're real kind of dry and itchy. That's the kind of difference between using copper, silver, or salt versus using just straight chlorine. The Nature 2 system that we use just uses a copper stick, a copper mineral stick that goes down into the system. That's what it pulls from for sanitation, for the chemical. And then it's got little chlorine pucks that it pulls from. So if you're having a party or you're in an area like a time of year where you're going to need to pull more chlorine than not, you can set the dial and it'll pull as much as it needs to actually keep the pool balanced. Versus like salt, you actually have to dump 50-pound bags of salt in there, and a lot of people don't realize that either. So you dump the bags of salt into the pool, and then it pulls the water through and goes through the salt chlorinator. So in terms of maintenance, I would rather have a little puck that I watch and monitor and a little mineral stick versus grabbing 50-pound bags of salt and dumping them into the pool.